Hey guys, just chiming in. I want y'all to have a good day, positive energy and positive vibes. I encourage you guys to slow down. Just being transparent and letting you guys know, like this healing journey that I'm on. I'm in this space where I'm just slowing everything down, right? I'm learning that when you slow everything down and take those deep breaths, you start to understand that every action doesn't require a reaction. Um, I'm choosing what to give energy to and what not to give energy to. Just being able to process my emotions, sit in those emotions, so I can choose a healthy way to respond to those emotions. I'm learning that on this journey, I'm being tested every day. And when I say tested, I mean that the things that I read and I study, the test to see if what I'm reading and studying is actually effective is throughout my day when I'm dealing with people. Because you deal with different personalities, different energies every day. And I'm learning that this journey that I'm on is very hard, but I'm excited for the journey. All I can do is continue to read and study so I can be better for myself. And if I'm better internally, then everything that I attract and everybody that I come into contact with, I reciprocate that energy. That's the energy that I project, which is positivity and being able to uplift each other and motivate each other. Um, but but tapping into myself, my authentic self at the core, it takes a lot of work. So learning about myself, like studying astrology, learning my sign, and what does that mean, and how your personality is developed. What is an attachment style? What is that? I had to take that test to figure out what attachment style did I have, and where did that stem from? How I was raised as a child, how was my upbringing, what type of things that I did not, what type of things did I not receive as a child, and if I lack those things as a child, then I grow up and I'm a lacking adult when it comes to those things. So just really starting to sit back and think generationally, how was my mom? How was I raised? As you all know, my mom is currently still a drug addict. I'm very open and transparent about that. I have forgiven my mom. When I forgave my mom, that's when I started my healing journey. So this has been within the last 2 years. So with me forgiving my mom, seeing it from her perspective, being able to give her grace, being able to understand what true forgiveness looks like, what it feels like, it started to get to embark me to embark upon this journey where I started to really tap into myself, who I am, my authentic self. But when I say authentic or tapping into who I am, or who I was prior to my trauma, prior to that attachment style, prior to my existence, in the process of me being existent. What was my mom's situation? You know what I'm saying? Was she in a relationship with my dad? Did they have a healthy relationship? Did they argue? Did she cry during that time? All of that has been transferred to me. So when I'm born into that environment, what does that look like? If I'm lacking emotional support, what does that look like? If I'm lacking, when I say emotional support, meaning my mom or my dad sitting down and addressing my feelings, letting me have a safe space to express my feelings and ask questions and sit in those emotions and teach me how to walk through those emotions in a healthy way? Or was I shut out? Was I taught how to repress my emotions or suppress my emotions? Like, okay, well, go in the room, get over it. You didn't care about my feelings. Most of us, that's how we were raised in those type of environments. So on this journey of tapping into myself and learning about me, I'm learning why I am the way that I am, like the different things that I experience, or the different feelings, or my thought process, or whatever. Why am I this way? So when you start understanding the things you were taught and told, and you never really been taught to be your authentic self, to do what you want and not what someone else will want for you, to be who you have been created to be, instead of what somebody think that you should be, or what they want you to be. So we've been conditioned to believe that all these expectations. If we don't have this, then we're not that. Or if we don't have long hair, we're not this. If we don't have this lighter skin, we're not that. So at the end of the day, when you start really tapping into who you are, and you start to understand and believe, like, you know what? I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what people say about me. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do what I want to do. So it's tough, man, because that comes with losing a lot of people. Your circle becomes really small. Your phone don't ring. I'm not a phone person anyway, but you don't get calls like that. People don't, and it's okay. I love everybody. I totally, this is not me complaining. This is just me speaking my truth and being transparent about what it is. So to embark on this journey, when you start really tapping into knowledge of self and really understanding, like, I'm going to be me regardless of what, and how you feel about how I move has nothing to do with me. I'm going to move at the beat of my own drum. And when you start doing that, you're not going to be a very liked person, even though you just minding your own business. So I encourage y'all to be you. Start studying how you grew up. Start studying your upbringing, your mom, your dad, they upbringing, and you start to see I speak a lot about those generational curses and how they were created, and figure out a way to start breaking them one by one. And that comes from going to the source of the issue, going back to childhood, and how it's a lot of homework, a lot of work to start working on you. But I'm telling you, I'm just sharing with y'all because it's a good feeling when you start really being able to take some deep breaths, practice mindfulness and meditation throughout your day, being able to slow everything down, and being able to deal with people on a regular basis. It's a beautiful feeling because you create that peace within your mind no matter where you go, because you're not going to let people change how you move, and you're not going to let people change who you are. You know what I mean? So you got to love people where they are and let people be who they're going to be, right? And we're going to love them regardless. Just because you don't deal with a person on a regular basis don't mean that you don't love them and want what's best for them. It doesn't mean that. But you got to protect your peace, right? You can only help people that want to help themselves. So when you start tapping into yourself and working on you, knowledge of self, putting your mental health first, when you start putting you first and making sure you good and aligned internally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, when you start working on being aligned with who you are authentically at your core, it's a lot of work, but it's a good journey, y'all. It's a good journey. So one book I will recommend to y'all, this is just a recommendation, Knowledge of Self, by Dr. Supreme, I want to say. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's it. Knowledge of Self by Dr. Supreme. Knowledge of Self. Look it up. I recommend that book to y'all. I encourage y'all, focus on you, tap into you, be yourself. Have a good day. Peace and blessings. One love, y'all. Take care.